Welcome friends to the med project, and this is our next today on the important question of the physiology. So first of all we will see the important question of general physiology. In that, first one is structure of cell, then function of cell, then cell organelles with their functions like mitochondria, difference between the smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum, then transport mechanism and its type pinocytosis, active transportation, etc. Second one is blood. In that, important topics are blood groups, different types of the blood groups, ABO system and others. Then clinical important of blood group, why blood grouping is important in our clinical practice. Then erythroblastosis fetalis is a disorder of blood. Then anemia and its causes and its classification and types. Then component of blood, function of blood, then function of RBCs and WBCs, immunity, its classification and function, role of nurse in blood transfusion, function and structure of the hemoglobin or metabolism of hemoglobin and formation of RBC, also known as the erythropoiesis. Then muscles. First important point is classification of muscles like smooth muscle, skeletal muscle, etc. Then properties of the skeletal muscle, then neuromuscular junction with its diagram, then sarcomere and mechanism of the muscle contraction are the important topics from muscle. Then digestive system, parts of the digestive system, then saliva, its component and function, pancreatic juice, its components and function, bile juice, its components and function, gastric juice, its components and function. And each question is asked for the 5 marks. Then function of the stomach is also another important question for 5 marks. Then difference between small intestine and large intestine and movements of gastrointestinal tract. Then another one is the renal physiology. In this important topic are structure of kidney, then juxtaglomerulus apparatus, then nephron and its structure, then structure and function of the skin and mechanism to regulate the body temperature. Then another one is endocrinology. In this important, in which important topics are pituitary glands, parts of the pituitary glands, and hormones of the anterior pituitary and posterior pituitary. Then function of the thyroid hormones, disorders related to the thyroid hormone, that means excessive secretion of hormone and its deficiencies. Then growth hormone, its function and disorders. Then function of the testosterone, both in males and females. Then Addison disease. Then important topics of the reproductive system. First one is the parts of the male and female reproductive system with its diagrams. Then components and function of the semen. Then cryptogynidism, menstrual cycle and its phases. Short note on the ovulation or events take place in the ovulation process. Then hormonal control of the menstrual cycle, function of the corpus luteum, function of the placenta, and methods of the contraception, in which permanent method and regular methods. Then cardiovascular system, in which important topics are conduction system of heart with diagram, then heart rate and factors affecting on the heart rate, cardiac cycle with its systolic and diastolic events, then blood pressure and factors affecting on the blood pressure, cardiac output and factors affecting on the cardiac output. Second one is respiratory system, and important topics from respiratory system are transportation of oxygen from lung to tissue and transportation of carbon dioxide from tissue to lung, or function of the hemoglobin in transportation of respiratory gases. Then regulation of respiration and factors affecting on the respiratory rate. Then important topics of the nervous system. First one is part of neuron with its diagram, then type of neurons, then function of neurons, saltatory conduction and function of the or importance of saltatory conduction, then properties and types of nerve fibers, events in neuromuscular junction, then function of the hypothalamus, reflex activity and CSF, its components and function. So these are the important topics from physiology. and questions are mostly asked on this topic for MHS nursing exams and other nursing exams. Thank you friends.